Hello buddy, San here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And today's video, I want to make a video on Teladoc. I want to make a video on this article on seekingalpha.com talking about how Teladoc is misunderstood. I want to talk about all of that in this video. And before we do that, before we jump into today's video, you guys know the drill. Like this video, smash the like button, destroy that like button. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. If you've not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe just underneath this channel. Hit that notification bell if you want our videos to get to you faster. So there's this article that actually came out yesterday. Teladoc misunderstood story and partnerships with big tech make it a buy here. And I think this is a really interesting article for us to go over. One, because it's on Seeking Alpha, and two, it's about a Teladoc, which is a genomics company known by ARK Invest and many institutions. I know a lot of you guys disagree with that statement, but it is what it is. And I truly believe there is some value out of this article. And actually, I think you can extract some of the lessons here in this article with other companies in genomics, right? Quote unquote true genomics company like CRISPR companies and VTA, DNA, and so on. So I want to talk about all of that here. So the summary starts with Teladoc will leverage partnerships with big tech to drive growth. The markets looks at the wrong metrics and IR is to blame, right? IR of Teladoc, right? Utilization and revenue per member drive Teladoc's growth. Teladoc trades at historic low valuation after receiving massive tailwinds, and their breadth of services drive customer retention, right? So clearly here the thesis is that the Teladoc company, the stock has been down so much since their highs in early 2021, late 2020. In fact, up to 82% from its all-time highs. This is crazy, guys. It is not normal that a company worth in the billions of dollars is down 82%. Especially not a company that is sort of positioned themselves to be a high growth company, a tech company, a company in the biotech space that is clearly generating some sort of revenue and has some sort of outlook. But obviously the markets were inflated. Obviously the stock got pumped, and obviously dumped, right? So what this article actually is talking about, this author here, he's actually referencing that Teladoc is to blame for some of these low valuations, right? Some of the latest price targets that some of the institutions have put on Teladoc. And the reason why is that this article here talks about how they fail to talk about the actual metrics that actually matter when it comes to Teladoc, right? So one of the metrics is utilization, the percentage paid members that actively use the services. Then you have the revenue per month per member. Then you have the using member, a paid member utilization, right? And obviously, if you take a look at the current way things are being done right now in their press release and their corporate presentation, and this is I'm quoting here, the whole IR miscommunication got even worse when Teladoc introduced a new way of measuring members. On their investor day, they grouped another 23 million members into Teladoc member group, including overlaps, and then added 16 million that had the service offered who have not enrolled. To conclude this segment, Teladoc is massively misunderstood company, mainly due to poor IR communication. The slowdown in paid members from pulled forward demand due to COVID does not accurately represent the performance of the company, right? So the thesis here, and I actually agree with this, is that they've done a poor job communicating their current metrics, their future growth, and how this company's positioned themselves to live in this post-pandemic world. I've actually made a couple of videos on Teladoc in the past. I don't see us going ever back in the age where we have to move from point A for point B for a simple flu checkup or a simple prescription. I think we'll be leveraging our smartphone. I mean, we already leverage our smartphones so many things, right? We do our taxes, we message, we email, we create reports, we send text messages, we make calls, we listen to music, we produce on our phone, we even make videos on phones, right? It just doesn't make sense for me that we don't actually communicate now with a healthcare professional from our phone, and the same doctor, the same healthcare professional can actually communicate with dozens of people across the nation, across the world, obviously based on regulations differ on that, but the idea is that you can get the best clients and vice versa, right? You can get the best doctor, the best professional, the best virtual care, right? And I strongly believe Teladoc is one of the leaders here, and obviously there's strong competition. But clearly you can see here a breadth of services that they offer Teladoc. It's not just about Teladoc. They've made, of course, their Livongo purchase, which obviously is all about leveraging their hardware to sort of, to supplement the data, right? And I think that's just amazing what they're doing. And then obviously you have the big tech partnership that we've actually uncovered through some leaks, through some URL digging, that they have partnerships with Microsoft, they have partnerships with Amazon, they have potential partnership with Google. And clearly, they've already had some footsteps from those latter companies, one way or the other. I mean, Microsoft partnership, they're already building things on Teams, Microsoft Teams. And of course, Amazon is bringing Teladoc to Alexa. And then you have, of course, of Google, which obviously through their Google Ventures branch, you can bet that they're all over this space, right? So I honestly think that there is something to be said here. I think Teladoc has done a really, really great job to sort of position themselves to be a next company to sort of break through this next era of healthcare. But unfortunately, I think communication did hard. And I think this is something that I've seen in the past, right? I think Tesla did the same thing in 2016, 2017. They poorly communicated through what their current status was, and what actually, and then you had all the media backlash on it, and obviously you had Elon Musk going crazy at the time. And obviously this is a different story with Teladoc, and I'm not comparing Teladoc with Tesla one to one, but there is some similarities, right? Where you have a company that's disrupting a legacy system, healthcare, right? And could bet legacy media and legacy healthcare system are going to be doing everything to push back on a company like Teladoc. And I just think this is something we need to be discussing, right? And we need to be talking about. And I truly believe that Teladoc as a company has a space here, and a space and time for this revolution that we're going through with technology, whether that is with real estate, whether that is with energy, and of course, whether that is with healthcare, right? Healthcare is one of those systems, in my opinion, that is going to take the longest time to disrupt. But once it's disrupted, we are going forward. There is a point of no return, in my opinion, because once you move people to their smartphones, once you get professionals on smartphones, once you get that communication smooth, once you get high quality, high audio quality, and you get that you get the data sorted out, reporting, and latency very low, I actually think you're going forward, right? We already have that in a sense, but of course, as we improve our bandwidth, internet across the regions, across communities, especially in suburbs, and especially in people that are living away and far from cities, this app, Teladoc, and everything that goes around Teladoc will be extremely useful. And I think this article here is sort of a testament as to how this company has to do a better job talking about certain metrics that actually matter. And I truly agree, right? Utilization is, in my opinion, the biggest metric that you want to show, right? Because then you can sort of graph out over time how your members are using, in terms of hours, in terms of minutes, in terms of days, in terms of months and year, percentage wise. I think this is extremely a metric that people want to see, right? I mean, the narrative right now from legacy media is that people are going back to the post-pandemic world. Well, this is where Teladoc and other companies in this space have to prove them wrong, right? So clearly here, there's something to be said here. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, I wanted to make a video on this article, but also sort of talk about Teladoc. We haven't covered Teladoc in a while. Actually, just as a parallel, this reminds me a lot about like the TV show that I've been suggesting to you guys, Super Pumped, Battle for Uber. I mean, you have this tech company, you have this startup, this tech company that's rising fast, and then you have all these legacy systems, all these legacy players that are doing everything to push back on Uber as a company, right? And the same is being done right now on Tesla, right? When you think about energy, oil companies, insurance companies, dealerships, car mechanics, of course, legacy autos, the Ford, the General Motors, and all those legacy players that are doing everything to push back on Tesla. The same exact story could be said about Teladoc, right? Everything is being said to push back on Teladoc, right? Everything is being said to push back virtual healthcare. Everyone says, no, you need the profession to be face-to-face. And I truly agree that there is a time and place to have a professional in front of you to diagnose. But I think we already reviewed that in some of the corporate presentation. I think over 80 to 90% of visits don't even required to be face-to-face, right? Could literally be done on an app with a virtual care type of system that Teladoc offers. And if you really need hardware, well, they have that segment too, with the Living and so on. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a beautiful Easter. It's a long weekend. Spend that time, of course, with your friends and family. And of course, don't forget to like this video, to smash the like button, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful weekend, a beautiful Sunday. Thank you.